back to the Southern Snack, where life is too short to be serious. Man, this was going to be an absolutely elite lineup. Like, absolutely untouchable until Crumbl Cookies decided we are going to drop PB&J. And so that's what they did. They pulled the plug on PB&J. They did it a little over, I would say they did about a month ago. So it was fair notice, but it really it still agitates me to this day that now we have peanut butter chocolate chip, which we haven't had in lineup in a long time. I think they're even claiming it to be new. It's not new, but they have changed it up a bit. They've added peanut butter chips, so you get a little bit more peanut butter flavor to it. You also got a new maple sandwich. Again, this is where I'm not a proponent of cream cheese. I just think it's gonna ruin the flavor a bit. I want more. I'm probably gonna want more maple flavor. Other than that, you know, you got some returning flavors. Cinnamon square, people are crazy about that being back. You've got Oreo birthday cake. They only do that about once a year, so that's really cool. And red velvet white chip is a pretty good standard cookie. So yeah, we're gonna try and go ahead and get into this. Let me find the proper utensils for today's review, and I think I've got them. All right, yep, knife, fork, all that good stuff. I just don't like using my cookie cutter anymore. I like choosing my own portion, and the cookie cutter kind of makes that choice for me. So why let a cookie cutter do it for me, right? Make my own choices. All right, so let's just get right to it, right? We'll start with maple sandwich. I know some of y'all are like, well, I want to see the cinnamon square again. And that's fine, cool. But this is a new one. It's maple cream cheese, 2 shortbread sugar cookies, and it's stamped, yeah, with a beautiful maple leaf. I think this originally debuted in Canada. I think Canada may have had it before, so I can't remember for sure. But now Canada's menu kind of aligns with ours. Like, they've caught Canada up on these flavors for as much as they have wanted to, and they said, oh, we're gonna let you guys have the same cookies as America. Have fun. So, fun fact, I don't typically notice much of the difference between shortbread cookies and sugar cookies that Crumbl makes. Maybe a little bit of a textural difference, but I don't get the craze. So maybe a little bit more buttery, I don't know. But here we go. Let's try a maple sandwich. Too much cream cheese. It's good, but I don't get enough maple. There's just a touch of it. I want more maple. If you're gonna call this maple sandwich, I expect better. I'm gonna give it a 7 though. It's good. There's hints of maple, but I want a huge focus on it. The cream cheese takes away from it. So yeah, 7. It's good. Just needs more maple. All right, where are we going next? You know, we're all over the place this morning. We're gonna go ahead and do peanut butter and chocolate chip just because they say it's new, right? And it's falling apart. Trust me on that one. I'm trying to find a section that's got peanut butter chips. We're just gonna go for it, right? Ooh. Okay, this looks good. All right, let's try it out. Pretty much just your standard peanut butter milk chocolate cookie. Not all that. It's pretty gooey, but the milk chocolate chips aren't all that great. I've tended to get tired of their milk chocolate chips, and it's just an okay cookie. I give it a 6. It's nice and melty, but I've definitely had better peanut butter cookies from Crumbl. All right, so where are we going next? We're gonna go ahead address cinnamon square again. I love this cookie. No, well, it's not a cookie, but you know, I love this treat. I don't think I gave it a 10 last time just because I don't think it had enough cinnamon spread throughout, but it's a very delightful treat. Yes, very rich, fluffy, sweet, indulgent. I think last time I said there were some issues with being a little bit bland. I definitely seem to taste a lot more cinnamon throughout here, even without like a swirl in the bite that I'm taking. So that's really nice. Very delightful. Probably one of the best ones you can get this week. I'm gonna give it a 9. I think it's very nice and fluffy, very rich. But again, I want more swirl. I know the flavors really, they're doing well on this flavor though, so I'll give them credit for that. All right, on to the next Oreo birthday cake, which is also giving me some problems this morning, falling apart, but we're gonna get to look at it, and I get to put it down one more time without it absolutely imploding. This one's iconic, and I know I complain about cream cheese a lot. Ooh, and I'm making a mess. Man, they don't really have the cake balls they used to have on here before. Man, this is making my hand a mess. I'm gonna have to get a napkin. But yeah, it's just the mix of Oreo and cream cheese on this and birthday cake flavor is really good. It's sweet, it's chocolatey, it's cakey, it's gooey. It's everything you would want out of this cookie. And for me, it's absolutely a 10 out of 10. I'd be intrigued to see if they actually, like, in the future with all these desserts they've been doing, if they actually try to make a Oreo cake base with this type of icing. I'm sure they may try it. I mean, they're probably going to do this with a lot of cake desserts they've done. And we'll, you know, probably all get tired of it if we're not already. But anyways, aside from the point, we're going to finish this review off with Red Velvet White Chip, which I absolutely used to love this one, but it's, you know, it's kind of run its course for me. It's just been, you know, what it is. So I'm just going to cut a piece and call it a day. All right, Red Velvet. I really do love how they nail that red velvet flavor. It's not just a cookie that's dyed red. It's got a good cocoa flavor to it, some vanilla in it, and it's a very enjoyable cookie. Of course, this is one of those cookies where I say cream cheese is essential, and they have red velvet cupcake for a reason. And red velvet cupcake is amazing. This one, still very good. Definitely prefer it over the peanut butter. Definitely prefer it over the maple sandwich. I would say 7.5 is a good place to put it. So that way, the highlights of the week are the Oreo birthday cake and the cinnamon square maple sandwich. It just doesn't really have enough maple for me. So maybe get a jar of syrup ready to put on that. That would probably be a good recommendation. But yeah, I think this week would have been a bit better if you had PB&J on the menu, but still very fun lineup. So thank you Crumbl for keeping it fun. And other than that, I'll see y'all around.